What's up guys, Agile here. Today we are going over some tips I have for you in Monster Hunter Wilds. My goal for this video is not to give you some crazy in-depth guide on, like do this to get your gear to raise up by 1 or 2 stats or something, but instead I want to just give you some general peace of mind tips if you're brand new to the game or looking to get into it, that would have helped me when I first jumped into it, because I had not played the previous games. This is my first Monster Hunter game. I think I spent like an hour in Worlds or something. So I just wanted to give you some general tips here, to give you a little bit of peace of mind going forward here. So going ahead with tip number 1 here. Don't worry about which weapon is meta. Every weapon in the game is good in their own ways. When you first start the game and you're picking your very first weapon, just grab whichever one looks the most fun for you and play with that one. Every weapon in the game can be flashy. Every weapon that you pick, you can pull off some crazy looking combos that are very satisfying. You can get some crazy counters. So just pick the one that you enjoy playing the most and go with that one. There's a ton of videos out there right now talking about, the different rankings of weapons, which weapon is best and all this different stuff, they say stuff like, oh, bow is S tier, but, insect glaive is a B tier. That's complete nonsense, and it's not true at all. So, just pick a weapon that you enjoy, that you think looks really good. When you initially start the game, they'll give you that option to pick a weapon as your primary. Just pick the one you think looks cool and go with that one. If you enjoy playing it, it can be good later, all the way into late game. I promise you. Alright, tip number 2. After you unlock the main camp in the story, I want you to spend a considerable amount of time in the training area. Let's say after your first encounter you're not 100% sure on your initial weapon choice. Well, in the training area you can actually try them all for free. But after you find the one you think you can roll with, or maybe it is the one that you did pick right away, just go to the training area and spend a long time in there just learning that muscle memory. Learn the moveset, attack the dummy wagon, and just get that muscle memory built up. It's going to help you considerably as you're going ahead with the storyline. Once you feel super comfortable with it, it's going to make your life so much easier. Just get at least a basic combo worked out that you can do kind of on repeat. You can see in the background there, I'm doing a monster fight here. A lot of my combos are just the same simple inputs. You can get fancier with it as you progress and get more comfortable with the weapon, but a lot of times, in the early game, if you're learning a new weapon, just learn a basic combo. There's a million guides out there on all the weapons, which, we can do guides if you want to see guides for something on this channel, but just watch a simple guide on it, mess around in the training area for some time, and you should be good to go with that. So tip number 3 I have for you is, don't rush the story, please. Take your time and go through the story, learning the lore of the world and complete all the quests. There's a ton of side quests you can do. Every single time you fight the main baddie of the area, the big monster in the game, it will allow you to quickly continue on in the story. And if you actually go over to Alma, over there, you can go into your side quests and you can fight several different monsters over again, ones you've already fought or whatnot, and that only gives you more materials, I guess I should say. But it also helps you in your overall move set. Just trying to get better and better. Just go in there, fight them again, get your materials, and don't rush the story. Learn about some of the lore stuff. The side quests are fun as well, and you'll have a much more enjoyable experience. So, tip number 4. I see a lot of people worrying about their gear, which is something that I did too when I first started out here. And actually I got a tip from a buddy of mine who's been playing since the beginning of the franchise, and basically he said your gear will quickly become obsolete in your progress of the story. So pretty much every single time you fight a new monster or find a new medal, you'll unlock new armor in the game. Which is another reason why I said don't skip the side quests for monsters, because you can get a ton more advanced gear with the extra loot you've been acquiring on your side quests. But, you know, basically, don't worry about your stats. Trust me, after basically every other mission in the beginning, you'll be swapping out gear, which also applies to your weapons, not just armor. So, like I said, you'll be constantly changing gear right away. Don't worry about your stats too much until you're actually into the, you know, the later mid game or actual end game content. Then you can start, you know, min-maxing stuff and really trying to get your build going. So finally, number 5 here for you, the final tip, but I think it's a really big one. You know, fight every monster in the game solo at least once. I know some of you are going to say, you know, Agile, the boys are on, that means I gotta play, right? But just hear me out, because this is a big one, and just let me explain why here. Fighting a monster solo allows you to better understand the monster's moveset and animations, which is huge. You know, it might be fun to join in with your friends, and there are several explosions going off, and blades are flying everywhere with flashing lights. You know, it makes the monkey brain go, yes, yes, more of this. But just trust me, getting some solo time in on every single monster is going to help you be so much more effective in battle. You know, you'll gain a ton more confidence from that experience, knowing that even if your entire team goes down, you're still the powerhouse that knows you've already beat that monster alone. So just take some time, fight it out solo for the monsters, and, you know, just really hone in your skills, learn their movesets, learn, you know, learn all of the combos for your weapon, how you like to play the weapon, because, you know, every person really plays weapons differently too. So just go ahead and learn some of that solo stuff. You know, learn their animations so you get better at it overall, and that way when you go into it, you're confident and you know how the battle should play out. Well guys, I guess there's my quick 5 tips for brand new players in the game. You know, if you're a returning player and you have some tips, obviously there's nothing groundbreaking in this, but just go ahead and leave your advice or tips or tricks that you have for the game in the comments down below for new players. There's no reason why we can't make, you know, this one of the best communities for gaming right now. You know, there's really no competitive needed in this game at all. Like, you know, it's not really like PvP or anything like that. Like, you're in it to help out other hunters as well. So just try to keep the comments, you know, helpful for folks, and that way they can learn as well in the future, and you know, they can become the hunters, you know, on your level as well. It doesn't take that long, but it's super fun. We'll catch you in the next one.